second time today. You wouldn't believe the feelings inside of me. They cognate between love and misery. So take a seat and let complacency take the reins again. Like lightning in my veins, and I come back again and again. She's like lightning in my veins, and I come back again and again. Oh, complacency will be the death of me. Complacency will be the death of me. The phone rings and the bell rings. I open up the door and she slides across the floor with such ease. It's impossible to perceive. Just in time to steal back the wheel again. Lightning in my veins, and I come back again and again. Lightning in my veins, and I come back again and again. Complacency will be death of me. Complacency will be death of me. Come on, Erin. And it doesn't hurt as bad as it seems. No, it doesn't hurt as bad as it seems. Oh, she's like lightning in my veins, and I come back again and again. She's like lightning in my veins, and I come back again and again. Complacency will be the death of me. Complacency will be the death of me. Oh, complacency will be the death of me.
Hey guys, it's Erin, Chance, and Shane here, and we're live in the studio with Alec John and the Sky Surfers. Say what's up, guys.
Howdy.
Hello.
So we're gonna do a little interview here, and I just have a couple questions about. We just want to get to know you guys and figure out, where you came from. So, you guys met. I saw on your website you guys met at Minnesota University, right?
Yes.
So how did you guys meet, and how did you get together?
Yeah, so, well, it starts out with me and Erin. We've been friends since we were, like, little kids. We pretty much grew up together. And then I met both of these guys at, MSU Mankato. We're all music industry students there. Well, he's not. Us three are. And, so we met in the program and we started playing together.
Cool.
How was it like forming a band and going to school at the same time?
For us, it's really natural and it was like really, really easy just because we're in the music industry program. So we're learning a lot about, just like industry topics and how to like better ourselves that way. And so it was kind of like second nature. Like we were in a combo together like at school. So we were already playing together. And so it was pretty natural to step in when these guys did, so.
Cool. So you guys met in your major.
Yes, yep,
Cool.
yeah, all of us did.
All right.
So.
Did you all you all always played instruments and learn how to?
Yeah, pretty much since we were little, yeah.
Cool. Okay. So how did you guys come up with the name of your band?
Aaron, you wanna
Let's
take
see,
this one?
Well, the original name was Alec John, and he was doing a solo project basically before the band formed. And then I happened to purchase a pedal, which I do not have here with me, but it had the name Sky Surfer, so we sort of stole it from the pedal, but it worked out, I guess.
Yeah.
Alec
So,
John
yeah.
and Sky Surfer.
Stole from a pedal.
Alec John and Spicer.
I like it. Cool. You want to ask me?
You on your website it says that you were inspired by 50s indie surf pop. What sparked that inspiration?
There's this one. I'll try and make it a short story. The point that I always like come back to is I was visiting some friends in Washington, the state, and we walked into this little record shop and there was a song playing, and I was like, oh, that's pretty catchy, and kind of looking for a specific album, couldn't find it, and then another song came out. I was like, okay, this is like I really like this, and I went up to the guy and I was like, who is this? He's like, oh, this is Dick Dale, he's the king of surf music, and I was like, oh, like, could I like buy it? He's like, no, this is like a limited edition, like underground. He's like, I'm never gonna sell this. So I was like, oh, he's like, you'll probably only hear, like, this is probably like the only time you'll ever hear this. I was like, oh, well, good to know. And like since then, I kind of like had other projects, did this and that, but I came back around and I started playing this style, and I was like, hey, this kind of sounds like surf music. So
Yeah, cool. So do you guys want to play another song for us?
we would love to. What should we play,
Okay.
Chief?
Oh man.
Put him on the spot.
Let's play Love Me Last.
Yeah, let's do Love Me at Last. This is this one's called Love Me at Last. It's one that I wrote for my fiance, who's sleeping right now because she just worked the night shift. Yeah, ready?
What if we met when we were younger? Do you still think that we would be together? Hands clasped so tight in a summer breeze as the wind rustles our skin through the sycamore trees. And I know, so many things and adventures we missed. Don't you worry, 'cause I'm keeping a list, and you don't seem to mind that I am not the perfect day. I know, that it's gone too fast. Love may last. Yes, it's gone too fast. Love may last. Do you believe in serendipity and that all things are truly meant to be? 'Cause life seems to be so full of surprise, and truth is always in disguise. Whoa, and you don't seem to mind that I am not the perfect thing. Love may last. And you don't seem to mind that I am not the perfect thing. I know that it's gone too fast. Oh, love may last. Yes, it's gone too fast. Love may last.
That's great. And what was that song called again?
Love May It Last.
Love Me to Last. Nice. Anyone else have questions?
What was it like trying to grow your audience when you first started?
Oh, well, we're still doing that. Every day, every way. No, it's tough. It's really tough. It's helpful that we're going to school for it, so like for music, and so that really helps a lot. But I mean, it's hard. It's work. Every show we play, it's going and talking to everybody that's there, just trying to find creative ways to engage with people. I guess it's tough.
It's fun though.
It's fun, yeah. That's the challenge, I guess.
Yeah. So what does a typical songwriting process look like for you guys?
So we're pretty new, like, as a band. Well, since you joined, probably under a year.
Yeah, no, it's been like,
Or just about.
because I started like in September, so
Yeah.
let's see, how many months?
Under a year, yeah. A few months. So for most of the songs, like, a good amount of the ones that we like had or have played so far were ones that I brought in, and then the guys come with their parts, and we kind of form the song around that. But we've kind of started writing more together. But the process almost always starts with me coming in with lyrics, and then I'll come to Chief, and we'll kind of work kind of some rhythmic stuff, and then I bring it to the other guys, and they kind of add their parts and stuff. So.
That's awesome. I like it.
So what do you guys do to balance between doing gigs, academics, and practicing?
Yeah, so for me and Chief and AP right now, there is no line. Like, music is our life. It's what we're going to school for. It's what we do. Like, there is like to find a balance is like practically impossible, I guess. And it's like, I guess it's a choice that we make though. Like, on the ride here, Chief had a mobile hotspot going, trying to turn in his song that was due at 5. He's like, I just gotta mix it. I just gotta get like one more mix through, and it's just like, so there is no, like, it's just like, life is music and music is life, I guess.
I think because of that song, let's count the hours of sleep. I can do it on less than 10 fingers for 3 days. Let's see, we had 2 the first day, we had 3 the second day, and then we had 3 yesterday.
It's a grand total of 8 hours for 3 days.
8 hours for 3 days.
That's crazy.
We just gotta drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah. So yeah, we that still are, yeah.
And now we continue to do.
Yep.
Next.
So you guys recently released an EP. Did you have trouble choosing which songs to include in it?
It wasn't hard. It got kind of fouled up. We haven't released it quite yet. We're gonna release it in the spring. But the songs that we picked were, so, like I said, I came in with some songs, and we wanted to get some of the older ones recorded and out, so that way we wouldn't keep hanging on to them, so we can kind of keep with the fresher stuff. So I mean, that was kind of the thought process, was just like, okay, we have these older ones that we want to get done, and so get them out.
Okay. And do you guys want to play another song for us? Is that okay?
We would love to play all the songs.
Okay, go ahead.
You wanna? Okay. This one's pretty fresh. It's one that my brother actually wrote. I had a little input on it, but yeah, it's called Roller Coaster. It's about just life being full of ups and downs and surprises. So, yeah. Ready?
To ride for free when
That was sweet. I really liked that song. And that was Roller Coaster.
Thank you.
So where do you guys usually record your songs?
It's a mix. Generally, I would say like a lot of the heavy lifting is done at school. We have a couple of nice studios that we're able to have access to. Kind of like here, you guys have a really nice setup. So yeah, we get to use a lot of the awesome equipment that we have there, and then we can do like some kind of like easier things like guitar and bass, like at either like my place or Chief's place.
Okay,
So
sweet. Any questions?
So, of all the places you performed, what was your favorite?
all the places that we're pretty fresh. What would you say, Chief?
I don't know. Probably either. Oh, the Buster show was pretty fun.
That's probably
Yeah,
my favorite,
that,
yeah.
yeah, that one, or
Yeah.
the house show was pretty tight.
Yeah, the house show was
yeah.
super sick.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to play this house show with one of my friends. Kind of has like a nice house up in the cities, Minneapolis, and he just like invited a whole bunch of friends. And because it's really hard playing in bars, it's a lot. It's generally a like drink first, listen last kind of mentality. Whereas like when you do house shows, it's a listen first mentality, which is like any time we can play something like that is like awesome and like super enjoyable for us, I guess.
Do each one of you have your favorite song, or is like, do you all
big
collectively
time.
have like a favorite song?
There's one that we kind of like collectively really like, but I'd say everybody has their like kind of their, it's like, oh, this is my song, you know.
Okay. Do you want to play your guys' favorite song for us?
Yeah. Let's just.
Yes,
So this is kind of I would say this is the poster song for us.
Okay.
When we try and promote ourselves as indie surf pop, or indie surf rock or pop, this is kind of the song that we tend to lean towards. It's a little bit slower, but
yeah, it's a slow burn.
it's a slow burn, but it goes hard at the end. Yeah, it's called Surf Mania. You ready?
Wake up to ocean air and sand everywhere. The waves seem to say, "Come lay with me." It's taking over every piece of my being. Weather so fair, a madness so unreal. Surf mania, surf mania, surf mania, surf mania. Can't get the waves out of my head. Can't get the waves out of my head. And it's hard to explain when you're losing at your own game. And it's all I need as time gathers speed. Oh, time gathers speed. Yes, time gathers speed. The way the water kisses on my skin helps to erase the empty spaces deep within. Post-mindful walls with psychotropic fake news leave my brain bruised, just waiting for the water to break through. Surf mania, surf mania, surf mania.
Sweet. That was awesome. I can see why that's your guys' favorite song. What do you think is like the hardest part about starting a band? I know you guys just recently started it, but
What do you think, AP?
The hardest part of starting a band.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of like making sure everyone's kind of on the same page. I think, you know,
Big time.
if like
Big time.
just making sure everyone kind of has the same visions and you know, just kind of making sure like we all kind of want to execute the same thing. So
Commitment is a huge
Commitment,
strength.
yeah.
Commitment is like the number one thing. If it also I think depends on what you want. Like if you want to be a cover band, then yep, like you can get together, you know, once a month and practice and play covers. But if you're actually trying to do like anything like consistently or original or like really trying to do much of anything that way, you need to have commitment and people that are like ready to just like grind and work as hard as they can.
yeah, that makes sense. So do you find it harder to start a band in the Midwest? Like, do you think it'd be easier on the coast?
No, actually, you get because the Midwest like nice thing is like, it's like there's less scene, like there's like less scenes. Like the nice thing about the coast is like there's so many scenes, so like you can fit into like all these like you know. It's like if we went onto the coast, like indie surf is a thing out there, you know. But like here, it's like it's maybe a little tougher because we're trying to like make something that's not necessarily popular, make it a thing, you know. But like I guess I'd say like from in Mankato, like all the venues there are like really nice and like willing to like let us come and play, and I feel like from the experiences that I've had, the coast is just a different experience. I like the Midwest.
Yeah.
There's like a lot more competition.
Yeah, that's also a big thing. Is like you go out and indie surf bands or just indie bands are a dime a dozen out on the coast, so it's like it's harder that way too.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys want to play another song?
Yes, we'll play all the songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Oh, quick.
Quick and do
Okay.
Ready?
Knocked up, but you're not down. Parade around just like a clown, but I don't seem to care. Stiff neck, stay there the check. Bombs are dropping, better hit the deck, but I'm gonna go on a tear.
Hold on to my head, or I'll lose it instead. Thoughts have come undone.
And that one's called Sweet Tears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that song before, and I love the harmony you guys have there. I love that song so much.
Thank you, thank you.
That's really upbeat. It makes me want to dance. But anyway, so where do you guys see yourselves in the future? Like maybe like 5-10 years? Where do you want to go with your band? Where do you want to take it?
All the way to the top.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Nice.
5 years.
Alec John.
Give me 2 years, superstars. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the goal, you know, and nobody's gonna keep
Instant fame.
Okay.
Instant pop success. No, 5 to 10. 5, I'd like to be playing consistently out of state. 10, I'd like to have a solid following and be independent and, you know, making, like, not having to have a day job for sure. That's probably within the 5 years, but yeah, just where we're like playing and just making money just off playing. So
Okay.
music,
Cool. Shane, do you have any more questions for me?
Based on what you said before, would you like, you know how you said you guys have slowly became being popular?
Yeah.
Would you rather would you feel like you'd rather do it the way you're doing now, or would you rather have a big record deal now and then but risk like losing it all later just because you got famous quick?
Yeah. There's something to be said for both, I guess. Getting the instant fame is nice, because then it's easier to coast on that kind of stuff. But I feel like with the indie ethos that we like try to promote is like hard work, Midwestern kids. So it's like I feel like we're learning a lot, and like I wouldn't trade the experiences that we're getting right now for like instant fame. I mean, it's anybody can say, yeah, like I'd love to have a record deal right now, but it's like it's not reality generally. So it's like, yep, like I'm fine with the work. I'll just work and work and work if I have to. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, money's nice, but like,
Yeah.
fun is more important.
Yeah. And when they can meet, it's perfect. It's like
Yeah, that's the
It's a great
Yeah,
recipe.
never work a day in your life.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's the goal, I think, for everyone, too.
mhm.
So I know you guys draw your inspiration, like your sound from, like indie surf pop, like
Mhm.
kind of, but where do you get your inspiration for writing songs? Just like everyday life, or like how do you?
Yeah, like what inspires the song?
Yeah.
So like Chief is like crazy, and he has this like really good talent where he can write songs about like just anything, kind of like willy-nilly. It's like, oh, I'm writing a song about this guy that's going like this or that or whatever, and like I'm not like that. I pretty much write all my songs from like either like experiences that I've had or like experiences that I see like my friends going through or things like that. Like the Sweet Tears, that was like an experience that I saw like my friend going through, just like a really kind of like a real crappy breakup that he like had to deal with, and it was just, yeah, it was a freaking bad situation, man.
Yeah. I get that. So you guys have another song you want to play for us?
We do, yeah. Where do we want to go?
What do we have
Into
left?
the well, into the well. We have Pink Tops.
Oh yeah, let's do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Pink Tops. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this one's gonna start kind of quiet. It's gonna get a little louder. We'll try not to bust it too much.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Pink tops and white polka dots leave my guts tied in knots. Eyes that seem to smile on their own leave the
great.
I actually have 2 more questions.
All the questions. Please, Shane, all the questions.
One, this is a 2-parter. One is, how did you guys learn to work together?
How did we learn to work together? It was mostly, I think Erin would know best. The first time that we practiced together, we had I was like, hey, can you work on these couple songs and bring them? So we came and practiced, and at the end of it, I turned to Erin and I said, well, Erin, you did good, but just be better.
Just be better.
Just be better. And so that's kind of our ethos is just be better every time. Just be better.
And then the other part is, can you see any of the other band members being replaced?
Replaced?
Or no. Or no, can you just write it?
So it's one guy.
Yeah. Tell us the tea, sis. Tell us the tea.
Let me rephrase that.
Like AP, we're just gonna tell you about that.
Can you see yourselves? Have you guys worked your band or working around you guys specifically, or could you ever see the band being anybody being
yeah, like could we go with somebody else that's not the people that we have?
Yeah.
It's really tough because like we have gone. So me and Erin are kind of like the original members so far, and so we've had a different bass player when we started. But now that Chief is in, like I couldn't really like imagine anybody else replacing Chief because he had so much. And AP we keep him around because he's a frick and he keeps us all. Because he keeps us all like in high spirits, and he's kind of like the Joe. Like we're kind of all like the workhorse kind of like mentality, and he's kind of like, hey guys, you know. So.
I guess. So just going insane.
Yeah, mostly
like trying to book shows and nobody's calling us back, and he's just like, well, you know,
we're gonna do it. Yeah. Like a perfect AP story was we're packing up. Kind of stressful. We're trying to make sure we have everything, which we forgot our kick pedal.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. Showed up to the show last night. That was pretty. A guy saved our butts royally.
Yes.
Like,
That's
awesome.
But
Joe Fry, right? Shout out Joe Fry.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Fry from Sioux City.
Shout him out.
Sioux City, Iowa.
Yeah, but so perfect. So like I'm like stressed and I'm kind of like making sure, and so we have this kind of like inside joke. So like you know what like Mike's Hard Limit? I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike's Hard Limit. So we have this joke just between me and AP, and it's like when we're drinking because we don't really drink we don't drink all that much, or AP doesn't. So it's like 3 mics to the dome, and so like literally there was three mics like out in the garage or something, and like I'm like stressed, and he comes to me, he's like, dude, 3 mics to the dome, and just like I was like, thank you AP for like saving my sanity because I just needed a laugh at that moment, and it was just like yeah. So he's really good at that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
That was a long-winded story to say that AP is awesome.
I think you're pretty awesome too.
Yeah. Oh, group hug, guys.
Yeah, do you guys see yourself as like a family, kind of?
Big time.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
Definitely brothers, for sure.
Yeah.
Bro.
Do you guys have any traditions you do before your show? Because I know you guys have a show tonight. If you want to talk about that a little.
Oh, because I wasn't sure if we could promote or.
Yeah, no,
okay.
it's good.
Yeah. So we have a show tonight at the Barley Street Tavern. We have a show tonight at the Barley Street Tavern. At the Barley Street Tavern. I think music starts at 9. In the Attic and Ghost Soul are the openers, and then we'll be headlining the events. I think there's a $5 cover. If you are free and want to get down and party, wear your Hawaiian shirt because we'll be wearing our Hawaiian shirts and our crazy socks. So, yeah.
Do you guys wear the Hawaiian shirts every concert or?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Now,
That is
Hawaiian shirts and weird socks.
Yep, that is our thing. Yeah.
in saying that, how did that start?
I think I started.
Yeah, you started.
So
that.
the reason, so I always did crazy socks. That was like even when I was like solo, I would always do crazy socks. And then we do like my family kind of has like this backyard like music festival thing for like a day, and my fiance she's like, well, we should wear Hawaiian shirts. And then we did it. So we did it one year, and then we did it the next year. And then she's like, what if you just wore Hawaiian shirts like all the time because like it works with your. And I was like. That's actually a pretty good idea. So then we just it's kind of stuck, and it's a good way to like differentiate, I guess, or like differentiate ourselves from like other people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
just fun. I mean, That's the real reason.
Yeah, it's fun mostly. Yeah, because like you get to wear like wavy linen shirts that are like super airy, and that way like when I sweat, I don't look all gross. You know.
Yeah. No, you stay cool. You have the shoes on too. That's fantastic.
That
you
is
don't realize how much cooler you are without shoes on until you play without shoes on, and then you're like, I'm never going back.
Yeah, that's why I'm like immediately I was like, hey, can I take my shoes off? I know that's gross, but I'm gonna do it.
I said it's great.
Yeah. Do you guys have any traditions you do before the show, like a little chant or maybe like a prayer or something? You do.
Traditions, I would say we mostly like just walk around and just like yell at each other. It's just like just to like really like get ourselves like trying to hype ourselves up or whatever.
Yeah, if you like think of like the stereotypical like football movie.
Yeah, like bro, we're just bro, just do it.
Yeah. Shaking.
Yeah.
You know?
Anything to kind of get like the blood flowing and
yeah.
Because we like to get pretty pretty crazy when we play.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Okay. I think we have time for one more song and.
Yeah, you want to do Not Over?
Sure, we could do that. Or I don't know if you want to do that or end it with As It Is.
Oh crap! Yeah, let's do As It Is. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. The song's called As It Is. So
As It Is?
Yes,
Okay.
As It Is.
Let's do it.
Get situated her. Ooh, get him. Build my house upon the shore, less my doors alley by the ocean floor, full-footed with sea foam, while with the fish my thoughts can ramble on. As it is, I'll meet you again when our friends wed. We'll celebrate the new and remember the dead. So then what we have now never end, never end, never end, never end. It's like a guilt trip to a gut shot. Oh, bump the bump to see the paint flick. All I want is a place of my own in the wild where my thoughts can freely roam. As it is, I'll meet you again when our friends wed. Oh, we'll celebrate the new and remember the dead. So then what we have now never end, never end, never fine with this. It's okay as is. Oh, I'm fine with this. It's okay as it is. And I'll meet you again when our friends wed. Oh, we'll celebrate the new and remember the dead. So then what we have now never end. Never end, never
Thank you guys so much for joining us on
Yeah,
Mav
thank you.
Radio, and
Yeah.
that was Alec John and the Sky Surfers. Make sure you join them tonight. At where are you guys going to be at again?
Yeah, Barley Street Tavern.
Barley Street
Can I say
Tavern.
one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're Alec John and the Sky Surfers. If you have a minute, or if you care or don't care, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, things of that nature. What are they? Yeah, our Instagram. Well, it's just Alec John and the Sky Surfers. If you look us up on Facebook, yeah, it'll just be Alec John and the Sky Surfers. Same for Instagram. We're not really active on Twitter, but yeah, that's that.
Well, we tagged you a ton, so.
Heck yeah!
Thanks. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll hopefully see some people tonight.
Yeah.
9 p.m.
9.
Awesome.